Alright, abusia yebo bibia kwa ba na yemfo Mbramege TV platform we eso. Godwin Edudzi Tamaklo director general CEO National Petroleum Authority. In fact, we legal counsel director Edema NDC Amanyekuno. Na we di simbi ababontin. Sendo ambeka ya bra agrada ni news no bae no. Oka omo no mu shocked. Oka omo surprised about the J-term na judge no edema madam agrada no. So we see or no see too excessive. Just a no shit. I was for this time around. I want some no can. The okay na anything. Gold board no. Abaye nua Sammy Gyamfi CEO no. In fact, ene na ama Ghana. Ye sikasem, ye economy, ye petrol sem, ye asetenemu, ene ma bo swatiti na. Any destabilization of this CD to the dollar ratio no yina no good board odumunyamfo Sammy Gyamfi enti ono de onkasa bebre enka ebeya Dennis Miracle Aboagye embra abontin embebo Sammy Gyamfi abaso because oyininua politics ene sebi emmo adwin enko benkromu but upside everything no oyininua etombra bontin number made a mebo Sammy Gyamfi abaso because oye djuma omo method no super super exceptional yenti ensema Edudzi Tamaklo owura no editudwa Kwame kurumati kese show so okay FM ade ache bia show no so
Yawura Godwin Edudzi Tamaklo MPA boss director legal NDC yene no ntwetwe enkomo ewo ha Mira memo ache no pay
Welcome. Na pa me chiawo tiefo nyina so welcome.
Tiefo nyina aje oso na boko de.
Aboagye adaroma brakwa me yo ye pa.
When is that do no anim sa o yiri asantini?
Serious one.
I like that response. Serious one.
Serious one.
It is a move sir.
Because here MP for Odotobri. Simiana me nkomodium na me so me refi go ompesa so also oh sir meninda
wow. That is the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. Sir oba nkwande de
so wa woni then with that saying
yo no maba na enkomo no esipa mienu ba kon ye the suspended chief justice na no a eye aloyafo nka bomukuo moko hia no mudi tuodwa se maame na de na ekoso no entwa yie through Ghana Bar Association president se beya enka maame no kwa muri state no and matters etesa ebin ma rezi say sa article 146 no yedi gina so no tu esenka ye enact an ally to regulate sa processes no isan say bia president bia obeteki sa na mo no aye quasi judicial decision no inam say only legal person no na ke hia legal instrument to be to regulate his action.
Hello back on me.
But what menka
the line na e break
enti ebinuma so argument ba ko mo kan say 146 no inam say e be a president bi obeba no onye legal person no there should be an ally. I be regulate the processes na or the air fast one. And come on, we say what bebre any the GB e kan no. It was saying.
Yo, background me want to get me that say. The thing na you would say. You won't me have a constitutional document almost perfect because of nipa issue any buying everything. It's over the period you improving upon your constitution as and when. Mamma small about question. Okay, Taria Adamaziu.
Yes.
Okay. After the Kulungugu bombings and others, the TCPP for being say, I'm person to was hardful than a United. Now, the Yomo called trial. At the end, court can say, multitude of suspicion is not enough grounds for criminal conviction. Unless you provide evidence, solid evidence. Evidence are withstanding cross-examination. So they were acquitted and discharged. And yet Osage for this. So the narrative are only true, or whether right or wrong. And then you say, Assembly na Osage for any NJ outcome no. We are judged for it. As a thought is awesome. Good. In the 1979 Constitution.
Now, my member back around them, what do you say? Ebra or Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no. They do baby no, even the police, hierarchy no. Wamuna nyagino, wouldn't say first time was Saki IGP. A year Majiti. What's Saki no?
Good. So now the issue in the say or maintaining any anti judicial outcome no bitch me a judge for yeah constitution no 78-79 and now the provision be added to, and that was the beginning of Article 146. But so Article 146 was introduced into the Constitution to ensure say Omanpini ain't no quite to remove a judge because on the judge yet or judging on the decision. What was that? 79 Constitution, no, every PT. But now there was something lacking in that Constitution. A crime so in a bit mediating judge, in a manner you also not disgrace the judiciary. What's your judge? In my year 1992 Constitution, you repeat the provision in the 79 Constitution, but yet the another provision they become, which is that the proceedings for the removal of superior court judges, it should be held in camera. It is because of that Abakosem na yanyano. If you hear 92 Constitution in a 82, yes, it happy. Senator, you emphasize your museum to ensure that in future, the visa and yet the MRBO. That's why we say Ghana Abakosem a quite interesting. Okay, yeah, and my you too, or Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is the idea.
24th February 1966.
Fantastic. The new military government now, we say almost say different commissions. One of the
Palu Commission.
One of the committees now the friend the Apalu.
Yeah, the Apalu Commission. Yeah.
That is Apalu, no a high court judge. So how is it that Zapalu Opi Abroche Eba Ghana no? I know in the law ejumano. We need law firm and not or such a UAP.
Debbie.
Kwankwandiam.
And you are Hadiano.
You're born Kwankwandiam or Otaje.
Debbie.
Nanado Danko Gufado, never papa law firm.
Oh, Edward Akufuado.
Exactly. Now, Ghana, your back of them quite interesting. If you're not cool, no buy it. That is a palu in a year. It's a committee, also, commission, also. And now, making all kinds of findings against CPP stalwarts, ministers, and in Kikaho.
Now, with him, another revelation back of Fabai. Was it? Kwame Nkrumah girlfriend bi enkani girl bi otues kagu girl na account me says can girl nko famra
Enti ni embra lima eba ye no batati ni yo embra ni man ebe ye man pedi the new constitution no omi ye me say NDA establish a new Supreme Court because that time none of the highest court is a court of appeal. They are new Supreme Court there, and you're being here the head of the Supreme Court. I bet it's easy. If you are a idea, a parliament know that the court of appeal no there. The man parliament. They said your man are appointing him as the head of the new Supreme Court. What does that say? Now, see, two son of more now. CPP before now. What now, Omumate so in the past, no, as the head of the commission, no, only you see numbers in parliament. They do Emra Ometuno Swaba. Not any day. Omeka say, oh, Dabi. You are not qualified to be the head. So they would have used the parliamentary process cleverly to remove him. What was that here? Sana na ya pako said eti. Inti ye can say, Papa Bia, lawyer Pinibia and a friend of Victor Usu.
Aye.
Victor Usu.
He was my uncle.
Aha, and also with your Emma so. Inti abranti be a young lecturer be an okay NST. A friend of Dr. Amwakutu.
Oh, Nanado Nipa Amwakutu.
Okay. And now, Omode Assembly court name at that time said, Dabi, Muni Mokai, where the name who said, Mupetumu use parliamentary vetting, you know, Namunfayi Apalu as a way of political revenge. Because the Juma Waye immediately after the overthrow of Nkrumah. See, they say, Lima Foni a CPP for no back. Because at that time, you are banning the CPP as a political party. What are they? And see, that papaya is one of Dr. Mwakutu for, or men and crow for, or Muyana, or dispute about court. Guess what? Now the lawyers for Amwakutu for Unimomo.
Hey, one more.
Nana do Danko Gufado, Eli Chachichikata.
Wow. You know, because one mambo made the assembly.
Now, only the lawyers for Fuichikata, Chachichikata, Nana do Danko Gufado. No, only the lawyers for Dr. Amwakutu for.
And I wouldn't say Chachichikata, Oye Law School at the age of 20.
No, dear, who can't go back and about
Now,
very unique.
Only Ghana.
Back to the issues. There has always been an attempt, one way or the other, to remove a justice of the Supreme Court, particularly a Chief Justice. We need the first time. But you see, the unique thing is that, Bakwame, the courts have always protected one of their own. The court from 1970s have always protected one of their own. Into yeah, what stopped the CPP people from now back as Liman people from removing Justice Tamaklo was the court. Then, that I mean, which we say now you were Chief Justice and Aban.
Yeah, Justice Aban. Justice Aban.
Good. Ghana Bar Association for Omo say Constitution war Article 146 no. Omo say no say no. This Article 146 a very deep party make me Chief Justice no through that. It's only be Omo yeah. Omo issue a writ at the Supreme Court. Now relief now Omo SCP no. The court no grant you Omo that relief. It will be there. The removal of Justice Aban using the back door. Into Ghana Bar Association court to get Aban removed. No, the Supreme Court once again came in strongly and dealt a heavy blow to the Ghana Bar Association. In fact, okay, the judgment of Justice Justice Aban, no, Ajabin.
Yeah, Justice Ajabin.
Onek Pega.
Hey, Pega.
Yeah. Justice Pega.
Yamin fan
In fact, okay, this is what Ajabin said. Quote, and it is in the 1995-1996 One Ghana Law Report at page 598 of the quote. It is clear from the above that our Constitution 1992, a Chief Justice, a Justice of the Superior Court, or Chairman of the Regional can only be removed from office by the President, acting on the recommendation of a committee appointed by the President or the Chief Justice, as the case may be, to inquire into a petition sent to the President alleging some misbehavior or incompetence against the one concerned. It is important to note that Article 1468 of the Constitution provides that the proceedings of the committee appointed to deal with such a petition shall be held in camera, in court. It is mandatory that said proceedings be held in private and not in public or open court, as has unfortunately been done in this case. It is the Akobane said, Ghana Bar Association before at the rate at the Aba, using that rate process to get the judge Aban removed. Supreme Court, National Ecstasy. The reason for this important provision is obvious. It is to preserve, protect, and safeguard the authority, dignity, and independence of the judiciary. It will be a sad day for this country if this court were to grant the request of the Plaintiff Association and start removing our judges in open court, contrary to the provisions in the Constitution. It is in the light of these observations that I consider the action of the Plaintiff Association, that's Ghana Bar Association, who should be expected to know better. I should tell you, an association of lawyers, you should know better. Most unfortunate, as it is likely to undermine the judiciary in particular, the rule of law in general. This is our Supreme Court over 25 years ago on the same constitutional provision and so I find it a bit curious that the President of the Ghana Bar, like I say, an attempt, an impeachment proceedings sanctioned by Article 146 will be a bad precedent. I'm trying to understand the basis of that claim. I'm trying to understand. On what basis is it being urged on the good people of Ghana that a provision or an action sanctioned by Article 146 will be a bad precedent. Judiciary. Now, I've struggled. How in God's name is it that a compliance with the Constitution rather means a bad precedent? I don't understand. Maybe you yet your memoir. Before then, from 1992, about the electoral commission chairperson leader.
Aye.
From 92, what is say Abandi under any government, the chairperson of the electoral commission is leader.
There be Nanado time no.
But under Nanado Danko Ekufuado, and in fact, Nyami Senior, law of residence lecturer, Masupu Kwajima, he was the lawyer for the petitioners now. Omukan say Omeyi Yemane Charlotte say. Said you, at that time, we did not take that as an ever my moha. Your friend of Madame Soka Kufu. When you look at the petition of Comano, only the plan who can show prima facie case has been determined. Later, in Ayaye Mame Soka Kufu, SHA have a committee comprising Yaye Nipa, my Lord Justice Bene, my Lord Justice Mafosa, and Justice Agnes Doji. Only the try, I recommend it, say, Febio, Yamame, Charlotte said, as a letter, was it a bad precedent? Is the same Article 146?
But among foresee the three arms of government, you know, Ebia independent. It is a Kobase, the executive, no, issue Article 146, you know, say what the Chief Justice Nadia. Now, question the executive is dabbling in the affairs of the judiciary. Minister, what is the argument he pay?
Right, Kwame. Sebi. And I say this with all humility, right, Kwame. Do you think I am wiser than the people who put the 92 Constitution together?
There be. Remessing in BNT or Medisheho.
Right, Kwame. Do you honestly believe that I am wiser than the people who put this Constitution together? Definitely not. On one edit provision, it means that they envisage a day when a Chief Justice can be removed. In normal manner, express provision to handle that. Well, so far, President John Dramani Mahama, the Sumno, Esum Ghana, no. Why you be Constitution doesn't sanction Anna? Never. Never. But you see, President Mahama is put in a position of Pontius Pilate. President Mahama finds himself in a position of Pontius Pilate. Said you, for want of better word, Pharisee funny to deceive for on a omode omo petition the Pontius Pilate name. Charging quite Jesus Christ to anamonse against him. Also, I was decided teaching where you and Kwana meeting now. A dear question saying, intimate call Judea, and yes,
Annie,
yes, I'm a Bible say.
Obi, a argument to be said. Sir, as the that provision 146 in one. Oh, no be. I control once and more the common penny. A be a midi Chief Justice Kwame Nkrumah na ye de akomano ye de koma no se nipa no mpawasem a was my establish prima facie case against you na ye de to aso ko wo mse no na a problem no.
Okay, when you say Professor B wo ma mo higher kind of process HQT prempe.
Yes, yeah.
Oye Jumadi. Aha. Oye Jumadi. To amend the constitution. Much of a baby, let's say a medium. And Kofua Omuka Sansam. A baby, Omunko Prosa is committee many. Now, Omun suggested as one of the constitutional amendments will be. Saying, you will be come. Then we are all clear in our mind, say, the provision of having used it for 32 years, we think it requires some amendment. Then we are clear in our mind. But President Mahama has taken an oath of office to apply, uphold, and preserve the 1992 Constitution. And that's 1 year. The penalties prescribed by law to apply to him, and that includes removal from office.
No.
Yes, okay, oath of office now will take here on the 7th of January. Incidentally, do you know who administered the oath of office to him? You mommy get to talk on. Okay, that time they call Sunday school, and I think you teacher can say repeat after me. Okay. Did you mommy get to talk on it? Or say I, John Dramani Mahama,
do hereby
do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I shall bear true faith and allegiance to Ghana, the laws of this country. And if Chief Justice cannot repeat it, okay, on the 7th. So why are people asking him to do that which will lead him to violate the Constitution? Now, I'm saying, on peninsula violate the Constitution is here. It's in here, or signing after your marking. On function, no. On function, no. But you know, also off.
It is a anchor. Wo eye obi a wo ma afutuo dia ma Chief Justice. Baby adu onye den.
What you say?
Se ka wo na wo ma afutuo dia ma Chief Justice. Ka abaka.
Welcome, Chief Justice. Na lawyer for her omudi asemi mo emanu no. Omuya lawyer omabene. Tell you, I know senior lawyer Ayikwe Ochu. Oye mi lead counsel no. We need part 12.
I know.
Be a wire law, they are telling me our mamma. You think I go to only part 12.
My main can assembly wouldn't say, or no, apart from okay, from now on Casa baby. Now, and maybe or say, my son.
So you can imagine a legal team being led by my senior Ayiko Ochu. It's not a small. I strongly believe, say, Ombemano. The best advice a lawyer need as you on command a client.
Okay, now what you finally and a quite snappy one. Matisse say fan wobono must stabilizing the kakra a BOG crano ama a BDC no you say $20 million set one more fan crabby must say the beya you bet me stabilize it prices binum there be I didn't one no so cosmetic and yeah enche ebetimi aginsemu eni ade enche ne tsen
welcome said you fan go eduma no eno ma nyeni kan na ya has one I'm not deeper and the reason is welcome fan go no yenye no hanom ye kretia manone no we so crowd is kretia manone ya Gyamfi Ghana City Nenkoto. Said you black on the way to Quine Pa. Uko, New York, London, Italy, Düsseldorf. Who is the Ghana City or?
Oh, Debbie.
Good. And yet, I'm not going to
Anano Quade, me could do Brussels. Me imagine say me first can free and konem do am the card be. When say airport or me yemfa. Enti afi me ho chiri me bedroom hotel no am say oh ye cry ha no yemfa sika ntua. Enti me card nam de ma omo na omo tis can free so. Enti me koto aduane a euro bibia
Sango ejimano ye di dollar in a day at the top. If I'm raping international market, no more car almost say a barrel of crude goes for either $70, $60 with a dollar near the top. If you a piano say exchange rate, you know, 30, essay or my muhanoma, they impacted on the price of petroleum products. If you are on my penny John Dramani Mahama, a buyer. In my body, will now for to force at the betrothed, the sick so. And now also day another very intelligent man, a friend of Johnson, a Siama, editor Bank of Ghana, and so on. And I am man penny John Dramani Mahama, I appointed a colleague. Very young, dynamic, brilliant guy. Sammy Gyamfi. Edino call gold board. Echo down. Brakwame. Through the instrumentality of these three men, and then you're gonna see the no. Man coming and need Janet, Nanado crack eye, or the night see the Nanae Hata. After. Now, almost the ingenuity, sheer brilliance, I'm making sure I say, and then the Ghana City, no, 9 can and I call so I could do 17, no, and then apart from that, we do 10.4, 10.3, 10.5. Look, my 19 said this is a but thanks to the effort of these three gentlemen on their technical team, they do something special. It is your mountain and the man in my ear and says, one, the exchange, the foreign exchange side, or be sure and one first. What show one first, the external component, na FOB, and your man, you make me a handle. And until I am a movie from the 15 cities per liter. If you have a card at a normal town of 10.99. I'm done with that one. And me, and now, a buyer, no. In your baby something to say. That one, you know what I'm saying. Will you get it?
Again, Debbie.
Only get it here.
Debbie,
Abakosem. In 6 months, Kilio, in 6 months, go there, Minion Sammy Gyamfi, at home, and me, I will say Ghana, the reserve, I shall not do no. You only. It is far more than the entire good presence for the whole of 2024.
Wow.
The committee. Look, at the Armenia Sammy Gyamfi, a year will gold board honor. I think one of these you should engage in. Because in 6 months, okay. In 6 months, the gold purchase, and this is data driven. It is more than the entire good purchase for the entire 2024. It will be, it's not the big can say, the air caution, so they say the air artificial. I say blue. When you enter, under NPP have when you get now on CD, no.
I don't know.
Okay. It is around March, April. Now, Kenoforiata Anchor Bond Market. But it's in you. You are called bond market. You are called bonds. If you are called bonds now, and then you get back into your reserve name. If the reserve name will now give an artificial strength to the city. If you know this becoming year, bonds becoming year, because those are not city now start to cost. It is from April, May, June, July, August, sometimes September. The city will be relying on the strength of the bonds. That's the distinction. So far, when we get the whole year, I'm buying Euro bond market here.
Then no senior say ya prim into no want to minko.
That is, and then I'm not only a show of the city.
Okay.
President Mahama has a different model. That model is the gold purchase model by Sammy. You see the difference in governance. Yankasa, ye good be able and then ye be use it to show up the strength of the city. About how you make maybe so Ghana you good Asana.
Ensign.
Asa.
Ensign.
Another thing I started to say uniquely the minister. I can't see need to go need the two. Media but the city need to go because of demand and supply dynamics now. What the dollar could to go now. You need more cities in order to get the dollar to buy. With your CDB, we buy the gold in Ghana cities. That's the trick. I've been careful. Now, I've been careful no one no war. It is because you are buying the gold with cities, there's no pressure on the cities. Unlike in the past, I needed $7 and it is now regulated. We get what we could talk outside the Gold Board Authority. You have engaged in an illegality. That's smuggling. The law will deal with you. With legal prison. What would take no? It was how much classier was it threatened? Then I Sammy Gyamfi and anything I implemented. And you know this stability in the city. And what the culture say a short leave or no one see the gold trader say no and the Ghana city are too good no one I think it's one wisdom no but the other thing I go for my wisdom. You know the wisdom in this we need to say the Ghana city no they are too good no can you now I got $10 gold no $3 into Mexican no the other Bank of Ghana vote Bank of Ghana that show up result. It is where if I have the best part in the young floor in the Pacoya they were breaching Krama 7 and yet no more press now. I think it's not something they feel be out of bang. And then how much the work I easier and my name I will order sectors. It is at a forcing Sammy Gyamfi Kabina Isiama. That Trinity way no. Omama ene omama economy no abegine mu kama si. Rakwame. Sebi we the man that maso. We are short me the miracle ebeba program also. Nka Dr. Banyanya ideas you cry for 8 years. Manka no you come on my no Rakwame. Manka show. In 8 years, can you William, how much Euro bond? Ena, Mamado Dankwa Kupado Kenu, Fuyata and the Bahamia, Echo Jiba or Mayamuha.
Nay, say
$11 billion.
Hey!
Now,
what the
2017 Franklin Templeton bond and the Kawa. Now, $13 billion.
We know, rates, payment rates, may cancel in Siwesi.
What is that one? Book the non-rent last week, let's see your haircut.
Now because you 13 billion. Say the background
$13 billion.
Amount 2%.
Eurobond, hold on you. Eurobond alone, $11 billion. Now inside the Franklin Templeton bond, with 2.25 billion they come one. That is in the region of $30 billion.
Yeah, the bad.
The city, and so that was what they were using to artificially strengthen the city. It is also the trend analysis now. Under Akufo-Addo, the city will start showing some strength from April, May, June, July, August, September. September. Syndicated loans for cocoa. Cocoa syndicated loan, by the time the it comes into Bank of Ghana. Now, not just how the federal strengthen. Maybe Aqua could do December because December and for 4 years or more purchases orders. So they need more dollars. Until by the time I do December, January, February, March, now say they not starting, then we'll go for another Eurobond. It also have consistently under the watch of President Akufo-Addo until 2022, every year they were taking averagely $2 billion of Eurobond. In fact, in 2022, me and Sam could do Eurobond. But the other element there, the international rating agencies, no, are downgrading yet. And then now, yes, could do Eurobond. So the next one, when they quickly, they have to follow on the Bank of Ghana. And even now, from 2022 to 2024, Bank of Ghana and Emma, the Akufo-Addo administration over 64 billion Ghana cedis. That was their model of economics. President Hama, so far, so good. You're calling Eurobond here. You're calling Cocoa syndicated loan here. Now look at the strength of the city. I drink here. And I want the MPP president to come and debate me on this. It's data driven. That's the data. They were doing consistently, annually, an annual average of $2 billion of Eurobond to give an artificial strength of the Ghana city. And how can I? One would say, in sports, you'll be performance enhancing drug.
Oh, yeah. Steroids, I didn't know.
Steroid. That's the word. It's not in the Aboagye, no more CD, no steroids with Eurobond. If you don't say, Sadi, no, CD, no, I don't know who. Akata. What do you Akata for?
Akata, I mean, Akata for nine. One more
it's not a steroid. Eurobond steroid. Near the Magana. You know, so far in 6 months, your mama are not going for Eurobond. 2017 and another bank will cover the Penny. By April, we are going from contemplating bond of 2.25 billion. As you speak, no such thing are happening. So there is promise. There is hope for the future. The gold purchase program at Joma is a novelty. Look, my brother Sammy is doing a yeoman's job. My brother Samuel Gyamfi, normally a gold border. Yeah, and see a monabaso. I'm an appointee. He's an appointee. But they say, Obiya dia Osayini ana
Annie.
We say the ingenuity to do the purchases with Ghana CD. No, that's the game changer.
Okay. I mean, I say,
no. When you say if you are doing gold purchase over $4 billion, it means that you need CD equivalent of $4 billion. So if you were purchasing it in Ghana in dollars, it means that you needed $4 billion, the city equivalent, to do that. So that was where the pressure was coming from. This time, we are purchasing it with CDs. A buying is involved. So the pressure is gone. Simple. And then, many Miracle be built piano. Just as I know how intervene, and maybe on the number for Sammy against Abaso.
I see. I see.
Because if you young people will be at the end of the camera, need because Ghana City, Abafom, no. A man as you know, MP, no. Abafom, press and Abafom. Press and Abafom. Intimate said, many a miracle. Okasama, Omnian for Dr. Mahmoud say, let's send any team. The new program we are on fair, by and Rano. No one can so no criminal meaning model now. President Mahama is using a unique model. Now, me do na 20 the crime in India make a cry. On which now be twice after years, be brain no. What are you?
Matias Eba, Mamma now say, Namisan Pamfamo.
It's here,
Obia Sojo, so lawyer Godwin, Edudzi Tamaklo, MPA boss, and then I drink one. Yamba the Bogatazana for Yamfa and Como and Shishaso.
And to Edudzi Tamaklo, and say, and some more canina no. He's one fine NDC gentleman. Ne kasaye, ne niye, biano. In fact, a very optimistic, and you could see say, and some more can be answered. This is the sign of good communication. The Biameka. And none of them more hanum na medi endrong medi Sammy Gyamfi ni Musa Dankwa clash on Metro TV about Yebra Musa Dankwa ni post awaye ni nsinya o chirimwa. About 63% of Ghanaians say Yebra joined the money Mahama edi amamuonu eko right direction. So what's ya and semana Dennis Miracle Aboagye, especially Nipana now or you host no any good morning Ghana. How I know we see true no and how I know we see ni kasakrano. It does it all. It does it all. Now actually be beer. Say these people no. The arrogance, the pride, the greedy, the selfish, the disrespect, everything is still intact in Yankoi. Omo defeating enyan titi omoni so enti na store na dey thought said omo da so e we election year it will meet me aka de omo pe. But ti Edudzi Tamaklo omo wa ban mo. Listen to the kind of conversation, listen to the kind of communication he is giving it out there. The kasaye, the posture, the demeanor, how we see someone crashes. He is submissive. He is committed to what? Serve the good people of Ghana. And the NDC for say no, party ni jina na nine so. Kind of crowd fan show. But at the end, so the me mega made and me bomba chi. You can't say what is condemnable. No, I will always not be hypocrite. I will condemn it. This is so far this aban yard here. But at the end, you know me be. And I was taking it very seriously. Bako a LGBTQ, anti-LGBTQ plus bono. They should work on it. Some Jata George, Jatabi Lole. And cry for one your motto. Jatabi Lole, Muso Titi Jatabi, Jataba baby, Chebechuari. It is some Jata George, some Nati Jata George. Where are you? they were making noise in Akufo-Addo's government. Even international community, international US or signing some strong warning at the moment. Brana Yamami Kamala Harris Kamala any Yura Biden president Ebu minor. But then God means so good. Nakupon team sufre. Biden maba baimu. Ediana moye ediafa anti-LGBT plus bono eho. Edien ena moye diafa ho. Bako eno no. Yatoso mienu den galamsey fight. Galamsey fight. I know some people will be saying, hey, galamsey for NDC for need to be. Of course, or move to be because musu yi dipa. But let me tell you, say oka chira wo ho, say me wa ban mu enti no, say me tu galamsey after all MPP ba mutu ya. Na wo ya maya gie didie. Anodom prekai emre bi atwam wo parliament say galamsey na nya MPP for nkwa ne tu. And ye come mutu ye NDC for mu no ma sense as you kuruma pa no wo ya me agedi. NDC for ye catch them. Mame hana bisiu. Nensia kwachichi galamsey excavators. About 40. Call police station on na Katare. 37. The remaining ones, where are they? Where did they vanish to? Omo fa hefa. Omo tuminye. Kufa do pensu yeti kruma yeti say omo se galamsey bi etu ayira. We heard it. What I say? Yet he said almost galamsey excavators be it fire. We heard it. Eti someone so mabane nyendi 7 months. Na yet it is that kind of cock and bull story na. Cock and bull story. An answer story na masa. We are not going to forgive you guys. Yes, Ramo. Eti no too. Anti LGBT plus bill mon work on it. Second galamsey fights. Because you are John Mahama Krama yet say as soon as possible mu azumi power. Omohwe na nhwe they will declare state of emergency and enya hwehwe. Yes, the mon fight galamsey no this for me de make kan crash them. Ebia no bi krokro obi nkan no but me de me menye MPP ni menye NDC ni menye ho na ho bia. I am just a layman on my platform speaking for common Ghanaian on the street selling watches. I mean selling gobe and those kind of kasa momo. Market omuni kama for omuni microphone to talk on. We are here to represent them. It's a catch them. And the last one, me my own idea, in my own perception, me say that was it must be dealt with the aura. Operation Recover All Loot. What are they doing? Kinufurata yantena hwasembio ni case na ekosan. Kinufurata nyini pension bio. Mami agrada to say we are hoping say bia the jeta media no shit. After all, I say do beji watrema. Say obi na sombre. Obi asebi afutu nsakra na jisen so hwe no. Okom so hwe ni mu at least okom wanyi na 2 years obeba na waye changed person. Negative to positive. Yes, remember I got that there. Yeah, Pelimano, woman be 10 years be and I say 5 years be. You need some bit me reti. But I say, and only judges na intimate na hanomenka because we a court case. The agro contempt at omega me platform me and meaning a tear for motion. I mean, do my conning me if you are contempt or mabe 7 mega search warrant. Munkofa mega mbrebe bi obia hold on be hu baby amewo o Ghana what the be na say so mama agrada there although we understand so we mess up. She did a whole lot of things since right 2010 2014 2015 give her Thomas pension or yisika gari bunkrof wa ono no the first woman and even the first television station to bring sika gari sika photo sika ewache sika emu sika hwane. She's the first woman and other TV stations been taking it on. And a comfort be one and I'm so cram a caswa 2021 aboflebi then first of Kuninia Kitwana downfall. So I didn't quite Jessica 17, 15 years. I didn't see recently 2023, 2024 yana. Sa judgment, you know. Yeah, once for Modini Echo jail. So I what say who can't grada ni jail terms na what thinking about that this side. What I say, NDC we na cooperation will cover all to know. In fact, I got that jinko for sika bibio kruma and they must, I got that must pay for it at jail. You know, in some way you making for ata $58 million no. I di kutu National Cathedral no amanano. Ewa hifa yan krokro bia okroma wo. Enti we kana makan bio. We kana makan bio. Munyire mo ho na munye den. Mo recover all loot no. Because Ghana hiska. Eti Edudzi Tamaklo na yete ne nka no oye MPA boss National Petroleum Authority. Omo boss what you say. Ntabusan for Nyankopon hya meso. So do comment betum na wa like dwumadi na wa share na foforo nyi bia hwe. Hanom still remains your number one authentic platform Mega TV. Nyankopon koso a enhyira wo. Oba de ne yadoma. Epesen ehia. Makro bibia. Hwe umsu ye bye bye.